You know, sitting in my garage, sitting here, drinking a beer, two or three or four, doesn't really fucking matter. I rose to the occasion to say hi to everybody. I just wanted to talk about a few things. Blood over intent is 100% the truth. Doesn't matter what you believe. What's your intent? Do you want to bring heaven to earth? Do you want to have everyone live forever? Your friends, family, people that you hold dear in your heart? I do. We all should. Shouldn't we? If all we lived for was to have things, then don't we just become the thing that we want to have? Fake, plastic, materialism. I look at all these stars' lives and all these people that are rich. And no matter how much they have, and no matter how much they get, and no matter how many people adore them, in the back of their minds, when the wheels are turning, and they know everything's based on the dollar bill, the fucking cash, they know in the back of their mind that their paper is backed by their own stupidity and ignorance. Without a doubt. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Because they're smart enough, they're clever enough to know to where the situation that they got. Everything is adoration, but adoration because of something that is fictitious. I'm using words that are not magical spells, but are. Because they're the truth. They seldom hear these words used in this context, in this manner. Because, they're too busy working out, getting big arms. Look at my arms. I can pull 10 horses with my arms. Yeah, right? So what are you? Testosterone, hormones at testosterone. You don't even realize what you say. You live a life to create more life, which isn't really life, to get a mortgage for a house so that you can live in the country, and that you can say hello to people. How's your health? You don't even realize what words you use. They're magical spells. You're spelling since day one because you went to school, grammar school, to learn spelling because you're a witch or a warlock and you learned spell casting. And then as the transgender movement started to take hold, your keyboard had symbols on it such as the asterisk, right? And the colon, right? And the semicolon, and the comma, and the coma. Because you're in a deep sleep and you can't see it. But I can. Rest assured, I can. You watch the movie Ghostbusters? Well, you're in the fucking containment unit right now, man. You're in the containment unit. Make no mistake. Everything that Mark Braun said, I stand by. Satan, without a doubt, is speaking the truth. He has told you the fucking truth. We have exposed the truth to you, and all you do is monetize our channel and censor the fuck out of us. Because if you can't find a way to make a little Jew bag fucking dollar out of it, you don't want it. And then you throw fucking all sorts of shit at me. Advertisement this, advertisement that, upgrade to this, upgrade to that, so you can make a Jew bag dollar. Right? Because you're Jewish. Because you're not a Jew, you're a Jewish person. Because you wish you could be a Jew. There was fucking 12 tribes of Israel. Israel. The spiraling in, the spiraling out. And none of those 12 tribes did they ever talk about how paper had predominance over human souls. You've literally taken the tree, the paper, into the tree into the paper and turned it into a currency. Current, sea, because everything's water. And you have banks that send the water because along the current, you have banks on the current. You know, it's so obvious to me that we're in a matrix, but it's not to you, but it is to me. See, the problem is I can tell you you're in a matrix. I can take you to that place, but as soon as I say, Earth is flat! Oh my God, he's a fucking nut. Well, when you're creating a matrix and you need specific dimensions for the matrix that you exist in, you need to be able to have an ability to have holographic imagery come down so that it's uniformly designed around everyone else and it's not distorted. So it makes more sense that you be on a flat gridiron with a matrix beam shot down on the top of that flat gridiron to make the beings look normal. Because if you did it on a ball that was floating in the middle of space in a vacuum and spinning and all this nonsense, you'd have a fucking tough time. So flat earth and matrix, again, another thing that fits perfectly together like a puzzle. Is it puzzle or is it pause all? Your pause all? Is it Jumanji or Juman G? Because they got the G in the center of the cube, which is the Freemasonic symbol with the compass in the square. I'm not going to try to move too fast for you, because if I do, I'm going to lose you in the weeds, and then you're going to go, blah, 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 this guy's crazy, and then run off and start talking about other nonsense and not hear a single word I say. So, step by step, we're going to go through this process. You're going to listen to what I'm saying. The blood that flows through your veins is fractalized, meaning that each particle of that blood is another particle that makes another particle, which is you. So you could take that piece of blood and blow it up, and it would be a bigger version of you. It would be a version of you that's bigger because you blew it up. You could take a holographic picture and take a piece out of that holographic picture and blow it up, and it'll be the whole picture, no matter where you take it. Just no matter where you take the blood from the body, it's still you. So that's evidence that you are in a matrix right there in itself. Sorry, you are. There's tiny, tiny little bits and pieces that are making you to make you, that make you you. Billions upon trillions upon gazillions upon Googleplex amounts of information that are flowing through your blood, into your bones, into your brain, that are communicating on a subatomic level that you can't even fucking understand. But I do. Because this was all coming into fruition. And no matter what they think they've done with time travel, a time traveler is going to do one thing once he figures it out. You know what he's going to do? He or she. They're going to look for the reason for life. Where did it all start? And that is where things get freaky. Because they're going to come in my direction, and they're going to figure out that the key to creation is imagination. Let me explain this. Spontaneous thought, the ability to imagine something, to create something out of nothingness, is impossible based on what we know as nature. But the mind, this right here, between these fucking ears, can do this. It draws from all the information that it's experienced and draws from information that it hasn't. How do you draw from information that you haven't experienced? That is the magic. And I will leave you with those questions in your mind to ponder over. There is not one creator. There is infinite. And they're not infinite because they're only one. Quantum mechanics, quantum time, compared to linear, is like taking a 10th dimensional being and putting him into a cut out cookie cutter world. You might get away with it for a while, but in the end, them are fucked.